Icy roads are to blame for a Breathitt County bus crash early this morning.
We're tracking a little streak of light snow heading toward parts of central and eastern Kentucky. Coming up next, we'll show you who has the best shot of seeing some slick travel.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good afternoon. We have some new information on a breaking news alert we're tracking right now out of Lexington.
Police now say a second person has died after a bad crash on Versailles Road. That accident happened about an hour ago at Terrace View Drive. Lexington police say two cars collided. Both people killed were in the same car. One died at the scene, the other at UK Hospital. 3 people in the other car involved were taken to the hospital. Police tell us they expect that area of Versailles Road to be closed for hours. Investigators are talking to our crew on the scene right now, and we will have a live update for you on WKYT News at 5.
Also watching the weather very closely. The cold snap continues here in the bluegrass with temperatures around freezing and the possibility of a wintry mix.
Yeah, and this could mean the potential for slick spots and icy roads again in some areas. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. How about it, Chris?
Yeah, that is not so much this evening or tonight, guys, but I think first half of tomorrow, a little streak of some light snow will be working in from west to east across especially the southern parts of the region. And as you mentioned, that could lead to another round of some slick travel. We've had several of those rounds over the past few days. Live First Alert Defender, nothing going on outside of a stray snowflake or two. Fairly quiet this afternoon, even a ray or two of sun showing up into parts of central Kentucky, though I'm focusing on Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas. Why am I worried about that? Because there's a little band of some light precipitation that is breaking out here right on top of the Oklahoma and Kansas border. That is going to skirt its way almost due eastward as we go into late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So anybody across the area may pick up on some of that light snow, but the farther south that we go, from let's say Richmond, Danville, and Point South, we could be talking about a little better shot to pick up on a light accumulation first half of tomorrow, and that may be just enough to cause some slick spots into parts of central and eastern Kentucky. Guys, as we have seen over the past couple of days, it only takes a very small amount to cause some slippery travel. Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll take you through the next couple of days with the up-to-the-minute, hour-by-hour forecast.
Chris, thank you. It was a scary situation for some eastern Kentucky students. This morning, a Breathitt County bus slid off of the road because of some ice.
Transportation officials say that once a tire went off the road, the bus driver took immediate action. Our Mitchell Grogg talked to parents and the school's state manager about what can happen the next time ice covers the road. It's our top story at 4:30.
No students were injured in this situation, but administrators here in Breathitt County say if they had this to do over again, they would act differently. Road crews tried to make this road more passable after a bus slid off the road Tuesday morning.
Oh, it gets really, really bad at times.
Breathitt County Schools State Manager Larry Hammond says when the driver realized the bus was off the road, he evacuated the bus. Once students were off, he tried to back up, causing the bus to get stuck more. Debbie Watt's son felt the situation was too dangerous.
He was worried. He came on back home, said he weren't going to school.
Hindsight's 20/20, and the transportation director was beating himself up over the situation, and if we could have backed up, we would have gone on an hour delay.
To allow some of the ice to melt. The state manager here says he did take some parent feedback into account as he plans for the future. Reporting in Breathitt County, Mitchell Grogg, WKYT.
Hammond says that safety always takes priority. He also says clogged ditches contributed to the ice on the road.
Police think the same people are behind burglaries at 2 Kentucky churches. Both happened within the past week in Ashland. Church leaders at Second Baptist Church say a thief stole some snacks, broke out windows, and even left a trail of blood. The pastor thinks the suspects were looking for quick cash.
I think it's pretty low of anybody to try to rob from God's house. With the drug problems we have and unemployment, people are doing different things.
Down the street at Normal Presbyterian, a thief stole about $20. Investigators think the time frame, location, and method are similar in both of those cases. A Southern Kentucky animal shelter destroyed by fire is about to have a new home.
The Knox-Whitley Animal Shelter was destroyed by the fire back in November of 2013. Since then, it's been operating out of a temporary quarters, but a new shelter is only weeks away from opening. As WKYT's Phil Pendleton tells us, a lot of work and money are still needed.
This is the small and very cramped space of the current facility of the Knox County, Whitley County Animal Shelter, but the shelter director tells me that hopefully by March the 1st, they'll be in their new, bigger facility. The shelter was destroyed by fire on November 29, 2013. The temporary shelter is much smaller, but the director says by March the 1st, they hope to be in a facility that is 3 times larger than the former facility that burned. They've raised a lot of money, but they say they need to raise a lot more.
We're still about $100,000 out. That doesn't mean that that's going to keep us absolutely from not moving in here. It just means that it's going to take us a little bit longer than what we anticipated. Our problem right now being is we're still paying rent in our temporary spot that we're at.
And the director tells me they really need a lot more than just money. Coming up at 5:30, I'll explain more about that. But for now, in Whitley County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
The Knox-Whitley County Animal Shelter also serves McCreary and Clay counties. The White House is touting America's auto industry as a highlight in our economy. In fact, the president spent time in Detroit just last week.
But behind the scenes, some Democratic lawmakers are banding together and against the president on a big trade deal. Washington Bureau Chief Jacqueline Policastro investigates how this could affect auto plants in Kentucky, like the Toyota plant in Georgetown and the GM plant in Bowling Green.
The White House is calling it a once-in-a-generation opportunity, but some Democratic lawmakers say it's a bad deal. I'm talking about the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a trade agreement that could open up markets, but at the same time, according to lawmakers, close down the auto industry. The comeback of the auto industry, survival and success. It's a big part of the story the White House touts when it comes to the economy. But underneath this bright spot lies a pending trade deal that Democratic lawmakers say could crumble the auto industry's recovery.
My job is not to be loyal to a party or to a president, but to the people that I work for, and I just don't think that the TPP, the way it's being negotiated, is going to be good. The United States and 11 other countries are currently negotiating the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP. The White House says the deal will strengthen trade and investment relationships across the Asia-Pacific region, with countries like Japan and Vietnam.
I'm very concerned, as our auto companies are, about the fact that Japan has manipulated their currency in the past, which means that the automobiles they ship into America have an artificially lower price. Senator Debbie Stabenow sits on the Finance Committee where she talks international trade. She admits the trade deal could help some sectors of the economy, like the agricultural industry. But she says the trade deal isn't worth the trade-off. It's easier to look at agricultural exports, even though there are concerns about fair trade. With automobiles, it's more significant because you actually could see, and we have seen, plants close and go overseas. And so I think it's complicated. Senator Gary Peters tells me it's not tough being on the other side of the president, because taking a stand on TPP is all about protecting auto manufacturers across the country.
The president obviously has been pushing this forward. There's a disagreement that I have with him, and I know he would like to change the opinion of some of the auto manufacturers, but bottom line, this is about dollars and cents. So how much control do lawmakers really have? Ultimately, Congress will get the chance to vote on the TPP. In this case, the Republican leadership is welcoming one of the president's initiatives. And the Democrats you just heard from admit it's going to be a challenge to recruit enough support to stop the TPP trade deal. Reporting on Capitol Hill, I'm Jacqueline Policastro.
An extra boost today for the YMCA thanks to a Lexington company and WKYT. Today, WKYT presented a check to the YMCA of Central Kentucky for $1,500. Bates Security helped win the money for the YMCA through our WKYT Gives contest. Several companies took part on behalf of their favorite charities, but Bates Security received the most votes to secure the win for the YMCA.
All right, another little band of some light snow getting ready to hit parts of central and eastern Kentucky. We'll time that into town late tonight into your Thursday with the all-important hour-by-hour forecast next.